Good morning, writers. Welcome back. We're here for some new poetry, and this is the type of poetry we're going to do. Check it out. This is a ring that I stole from someone in the supermarket. Ooh, the sun's coming out. I wonder if we can see it. It's coming out on this side. It's hard because the video is flipped the other way, so I can't tell which way I'm moving. Oh, a little bit of a sparkle there. Kinda. How do I rotate this? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, ooh, kind of. Anyway, this obviously is a diamond ring. This is the diamond ring that I gave to Mrs. Sheehan when I said, "Be my wife! Take this and be my wife." And she said, "Yeah, okay." So there is a diamond in there, which I spent many months researching, trying to figure out if it was a good one or not. And you might be able to see. It's not going to focus on it. It's too busy looking at my beautiful face. There are lots and lots of little pretty shapes in there, which is why I think people like diamonds, because really they're just shiny rocks. Shiny rocks. Anyway, the reason I'm showing you this today, this goes on Mrs. Sheehan's ring finger. You can't see it anymore. This goes on Mrs. Sheehan's ring finger. It won't even go on my pinky. And in fact, my pinky is bigger than her forefinger. She has very small hands. So there you go, year fives. This is the engagement ring that I gave to Mrs. Sheehan. And I'm showing you this because this week we are looking at diamond poetry. Check this out. So that is right, writers. We are doing some diamond poetry today. And let me show you the strategy, because you're going to need to remember this, and my recommendation is you write it down in your writing book so that you can come back to it. You will be able to see it on the assignment, the task description down here, but I'd rather that you write it in your books actually, because otherwise you have to keep coming back to this Monday writing one, and you're going to need to look at this strategy for the rest of the week. The strategy goes like this. First line has a noun. We're counting types of words here, not syllables. So syllables don't matter. Although having short first words and last words is quite a good idea. So you start with a noun on the first line. Then you have 2 adjectives, 3 verbs, 4 nouns, 3 verbs, 2 adjectives, 1 noun. So you can see that this is kind of like a mirror poem, where the first half is the same as the second half, and this is like the middle where it reflects. So for these types of poems, what you do is you use the noun as your kind of base starting point. So you pick a noun, whatever you want to be writing about. Then you choose 2 adjectives that describe that noun. For example, if we're doing Mr. Sheehan, your adjective would be, even though that's 2 words, I'll say teacher, and we'll pretend we don't know who we're talking about. Handsome. Lame. Hey, what? Funny. No, lame. My keyboard is typing bad self. Verb, verb, verb. So it could be like running. I don't really do that much running, I guess, unless I'm counting down after a brain break and trying to shame some people. But it could be like, you can't use teaching because that's too close to teacher. Laughing, learning, and laughing, learning, creating. Why not? I want to be like brain growing, but that's not a word. So there's an example of how you would start, and then noun. You could be like whiteboard, laptop. What other words describe my teaching? Maybe games sometimes. This is a little bit similar to laughing, so it's not the best, but I'll just put it in for now. Laughter in our classroom, hopefully. And so it would go on like that. That is the overall strategy. And you can see one part of the strategy is that you center all your text in the middle of your page so that it makes kind of like a diamond shape, kind of like these diamonds. Obviously, when you write down the strategy, the word noun is shorter than the word for adjective. And so this line is going to be a bit longer than this line. But when you actually start to put the words together, it does look more like a diamond, unless like a fat butterfly. Let me show you an example. This is an example, and this is an example in two ways. So I'm going to show you that it matches the strategy up here first, and then I'm going to show you how it matches a different strategy, which is also interesting. Sun starts with that noun. Fiery, yellow, great adjectives. Burning, blinding, exploding. Yes, because it is a constant explosion, chemical reaction. So those are our adjectives. And then it's got nouns over here. Flame, light, night, crescent. Shining, orbiting, reflecting. Cold, silver, moon. Interesting. So I have the three adjectives, the four nouns, three adjectives again. Three verbs, four nouns, three verbs, two adjectives, and a noun. So that's an example of a diamond poem. Looks kind of like a diamond. But it's also an example of an antonym diamond poem. Because it starts out focusing on one noun, and then halfway through, right about here, it starts focusing on the second noun. So if you are struggling to think of four nouns to match this single noun up here, what you could do is try an antonym diamond poem and focus on the last noun and use two nouns for that one. So there you go. Because night and crescent don't explain the sun. The sun is always a sphere to us, always a circle. And these verbs then go on to describe the moon as well. And this is cool because those adjectives are the opposite of those adjectives. They're antonyms too. So there you go, you five. That's how you do a diamond poem. And just like last week, we think this worked pretty well. You send it to 3 friends and they give you feedback. And we were happy to see some quality feedback coming back from those people. All you have to do is click on your friend's name on the hub so you can just search them up in this box. Be like, my friends. My friends. No users were found matching my friends. Aww, so lame. And also year 5, almost all of you were doing this, giving constructive feedback using the template. Not just saying good job. That's why we don't say, if we're giving you quality feedback on important work, we don't just say good job, because that gives you no information on how to improve. And that is the whole point of feedback, on how to get even better. Use this template. You did these things well in your poem. Next time you can. So you're giving very specific feedback on stuff like this. Did they have the parts of speech? That's a way of saying nouns, adjectives, verbs. Did they have it in the right places? So you're going to have to check that they have this strategy down. If they have a theme, that's what they need. Did they choose interesting words? Not just like sun, bright, round, not super interesting. Was it memorable or funny? Which is kind of like bonus points if you can even make it entertaining throughout. If you don't receive any feedback, post in the class English forum. Someone will give you feedback there. And also, of course, upload your poem here too. When you give constructive feedback year 5, following that template, you can also set a challenge to the person that you're giving feedback to for them to try in tomorrow's writing. So you can set them a challenge for their diamond poem tomorrow. Like a word they have to use, like we did refrigerator a while back. Choose another one though, that's boring, we've done that. You could tell them to write about a topic, so not just a word they have to use like frozen, but a topic they write about, maybe like a refrigerator, but not a refrigerator. Or a word they can't use. So you could say, you have to write about pets, but you can't use the word dog or cute or something like that. So they have to be more creative with their vocabulary and the word that they choose. Here are some ideas for today for what you can write about. Holiday, dinner time, having friends over, gaming, exercising, normal school, / wanting to go back to normal school, as I'm sure we all do. And that is today's task year 5. Let us know, join the writing Zoom if you have any questions, or post in the forum if you have any questions. Looking forward to seeing your shiny, shiny diamond poems. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye!